Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse James Gunn Superman Ultraman. This is a deluxe theatrical edition. I got this from the McFarlane toy store. It arrived today. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts. McFarlane toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse Superman Ultraman. Deluxe theatrical edition. Here he is in the package. It looks like he has a total of 8 hands, display stand, and collector's card. Kind of surprised there's nothing else in there. One side of the package, Superman. Other side, Ultraman. At the bottom, there's his barcode, if that helps. And in the back, here's sort of a weird drawing of him floating above the city. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He doesn't come with any traditional accessories, which is kind of disappointing. He has 6 alternate hands, totaling 8 interchangeable hands, display stand, and a collector's card. For a theatrical movie deluxe figure that costs a little bit extra, you'd think he would come with more than just 8 hands. At least we got those. So this is Ultraman from the upcoming James Gunn Superman film. Now we don't know much about Ultraman in the film besides he works for Lex Luthor and he is obviously some sort of supervillain. I have my own theories on Ultraman. If you want to skip spoilers, jump ahead about 30 seconds. My guess, just based off pure speculation from the trailers, is that Ultraman is some sort of clone of Superman. He seems to have the same powers. Flight, super strength, laser eyes. I believe the Hammer of Moldavia is also Ultraman in disguise, just making Superman look bad. Just my guesses based off the trailers. It seems fairly predictable if you pay attention to everything they're showing you. Ultraman in the comics is traditionally an evil version of Superman from a different multiverse. He's usually the leader of the crime syndicate of America, which is like the evil Justice League, and it's really Superman with a U on his chest named Ultraman. And this guy has a U on the chest, and I believe he's going to be some sort of evil Superman, but we will see. So let's take a closer look. Now, I didn't realize he was this purple, at least in the movies. Honestly, I thought it looked like he was in a black outfit. He definitely reminds me of Black Noir from The Boys, and I will compare them later in the video. You can see he's got the goggles on the front here. Looks like some holes for breathing. Kind of reminds me of Snake Eyes in some ways. The U for Ultraman on his chest. Texturing in the middle. Kind of smooth on the sides. Double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. Pretty confident this is a completely brand new body. And it looks pretty good. Don't really think it needed to be released in the deluxe line, but, you know, whatever. It is a nice looking figure. And a closer look at his face, helmet, and head sculpt, which I think looks pretty good, pretty accurate to what I saw in the trailers. I like the different texturing, the smooth areas, the goggles. It all looks pretty good. A little more purple than I was expecting. And then here's a figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's take a look at the accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. We have display stand, typical McFarlane display stand. Only difference is this one has a silver DC because it's part of the deluxe assortment. And then we have his collector's card. That same sort of drawing for the back of the packaging. Theatrical edition. On the back there's a very vague description if you want to read that. Now let's check out his hands. He has a total of 8 hands, 4 left hands, and 4 right hands. Here's Ultraman with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Here's his third set of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands with a much larger grip. And here's his last pair of hands. These are some open hands. They would look good relaxed to the sides. They could also be, I don't know, lifting a car or putting his hand in front of somebody to stop somebody. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and its accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 7.5 inches tall, which can translate to about 19 centimeters. He's a pretty big boy. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, he can rotate side to side. He can look up, really not much. Down a little bit. Can tilt his head from one side to the other a little bit. Shoulders on a ball joint goes about 90 degrees. The shoulder pads do a pretty good job of going underneath there, not obstructing the articulation much. Up, down, around. He's got the butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion, covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate and hinged as well. Ball joint is torso, rotate around, forward and back. Another one is waist, rotate around, forward and back. Legs completely does splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is actually pretty good on this guy. Legs go forward all the way, back not much. Double jointed knees, and his ankles. Forward and back, rotate, tilt, rock, and toe articulation. Kind of curious, it's like they use the old school ball ankles instead of the more seamless things they've been using lately. Here's a look at Ultraman hovering above the skies of Metropolis. And here's Ultraman and Lex Luthor arresting Superman because of the international incident. Here I am trying to superimpose the smaller engineer. Doesn't really work so well. And here's Superman and Ultraman getting ready to face off in the Metropolis city streets. I can't wait to get the battle damage version of both these guys for the next shot. Now let's check them out. Next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Ultraman figures. Here's a look at this Ultraman next to both versions of the comic Ultraman that McFarlane has made. It's basically an evil Superman from a different Earth. Say our Earth is Earth 1. Say Earth 16. Superman is evil, the Justice League is evil, it's called the Crime Syndicate, and there you go, there's Ultraman. So in some way, shape, or form, this Ultraman will be some kind of evil version of Superman, whether it be a clone, or Bizarro, or a different universe, or whatever. That's my prediction. And here's Ultraman, next to several different Superman comic figures, in case you're curious how he fits in with scale-wise. Now let's check him out, next to some other Superman movie figures. Here he is, next to all of the deluxe theatrical edition figures that I have. Basically the same as the collector's edition. A little bit more accessories, much higher price point. We have Lex Luthor, Ultraman, Superman, Mr. Terrific, and the Superman robot. Still need to get the battle damage Ultraman. That guy's a Walmart exclusive. And here he is with the regular Superman movie figures. Metamorpho, Superman, and battle damage Superman. And here, with the Kaiju Beast. This is the only mega figure in the Superman movie. And here's the entire McFarlane James Gunn Superman movie collection. The only one I need is battle damage Ultraman. And there could be some surprises coming up, but I kind of feel like this is it. I really want to get a Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl. But my guess is we're not going to get any more figures from this film. Hopefully, they'll prove me wrong. And here he is, next to the entire Spin Master 6-inch Superman movie line. Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Superman, Crypto, Baby Joey, Lex Luthor, the Engineer, Metamorpho, Superman Robot, and the Kaiju Beast. The fact that they never made an Ultraman in this scale makes me think there might be a wave 2. And finally, next to the Spin Master 6-inch action feature figures, these figures are horrible. They look much worse than the cheaper regular 6-inch figures, except for the Hammer. He looks pretty good, he's in a regular pose, and it's the only way to get a Hammer figure in the 6 or 7-inch scale. Here's McFarlane's Superman movie Ultraman, next to NECA's The Boys Black Noir. You can definitely see some similarities here. Then, next to the Mafex version of Black Noir. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to some recent Collector's Edition figures. We have Hawkgirl, and then the Target exclusive Strange Lives of Superman. Both the regular and platinum versions of Superman, and I'm on the hunt for the platinum version of Hawkgirl. If anybody can point me in the right direction or help me out, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Currently the only figure in the entire line that I'm missing. Here's Ultraman, next to a couple more recent Target exclusive figures. We have the New 52 Superman, and the Revenge of the Green Lantern's Red Cyborg Superman. And here he is, next to the most recent Batman theatrical assortment. We have the all-bronze Michael Keaton Batman, the Batman Forever Jim Carrey Final Suit Riddler, and the Batman vs. Superman Jeremy Irons Alfred. Then, with a couple of McFarlane cover recreations, we have the infamous Stolen Killing Joke Joker and the Dark Knight Returns Batman. And now, with the Amazon exclusive glow-in-the-dark Captain Carrot, here's Ultraman next to the Cowboy Batman, Jade, Armored Hal Jordan, both the platinum and regular versions of Eradicator, Cyborg Superman, and Bizarro. And here he is, next to both the regular and platinum chase variants of the Walmart exclusive Year 1 Batman and Lieutenant Jim Gordon. Then, with both the regular and platinum versions of Icon, and now with the GameStop exclusive Frostbite George Clooney Batman and Red Hood. And finally, next to the McFarlane Collector's Edition Wave 10, both the regular and platinum versions of Deadshot, Year 2 Batman, and Adam Strange. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale, and now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select toys, here's Ultraman next to a bottle of Morton's Nature Seasoning, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty cool Ultraman figure. It's a unique look for Ultraman that we've never seen before, and I might just use him as a completely different character in my action figure world. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how things unfold in the movie. I'm looking forward to seeing the film. I have my hesitations, but excitement as well. Also looking forward to getting the battle damage version of Ultraman. So as far as the action figure goes, it's a really good looking figure. Moves just fine, sculpt's good, paint's good. His accessories, I'd say, on the weak side of things. Considering he's a deluxe figure, he should come with more than just hands. There's really nothing justifying him being a deluxe figure in the extra price point. Yes, most figures don't have 8 hands, but a lot of the figures have more than just hands. Probably should have had a flight stand as well. Still, I do like the figure, and I'm happy to have him in the collection. If I were to rate this guy, taking value out of the equation, give him a good 7.5, maybe an 8. He's a very nice looking figure. But if you really want to consider the price, it probably drops him down at least a full point. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say to the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.